Hi, welcome to Glam with Greyhound. My name is Sariana, your host, and a second-year college student who's looking to have fun and be creative with makeup. You can join me here for a really quick and easy right before class look. If you wanted a more affordable option, you could use the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. because a lot of the e.l.f. products I actually like a lot. It's a lot more easier to use them and they're a lot more affordable. So next I usually go, it depends on the day. I can go for more fuller coverage, this is also another affordable option. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is a lot more full coverage, or if you want to have more of a lighter coverage, I do recommend the Skin Tint by Morphe. I think I'm going to go with a little bit more of a simpler today. So I'm just going to apply that to my hand and then pick it up with my beauty sponge. The Juno & Co. sponge. It's a beauty sponge that you could find at like Target. It's really inexpensive as well, and it works really good. It has this microfiber kind of feel to it. Next, I'm going to be using concealer to get all my under eyes. I like this concealer because it's really nice. It has a little puff to it. To make it a lot more easier for the application. So I just apply it right under. I go right here along the inner corner of my eye to the outside corner of my outer eye. Before this, I would be applying it all over my under eye, but I've learned that that's not really a good way of going about it because it's just you're using way too much product for just a little under eye. I also apply it on places that I'm breaking out currently. And then I just blend. I'm going in with powder because I have oily skin, and so if I don't apply powder, I'm just an oily mess. So I just pick a little bit of this product. This is the Morphe Translucent Setting Powder. I just only use a little bit on the brush and I tap it right into my oily areas, which is under my eyes and my T-zone and on my chin, where I get oily the most. Going to do my eyebrows first. Depends on the day, but usually sometimes I will go in with a brow pomade or a brow pencil. I usually use a brow pomade. I have two that I like a lot to use. The Anastasia Beverly Hills one in the shade Blonde, the dip brow pomade. And then I have the Morphe brow pomade in Biscotti that I use, and I like to pick it up on a Morphe M158 brush, and I am just going to go in with the Anastasia and pick up a little bit on the brush, and I like to brush out my eyebrow hairs just so that they're up so I can figure out my brow shape. And I like to go, personally, I like to go lightly under the brow. And so that I have a more blended look, I do a little bit on the top and try to steer away from the top inner corner of my brow. And towards the end, I will add like a brow gel to make it look a little bit more natural. And then after that, I like to go in, like I said before, with a brow gel to really set it in. Use the e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel in the color Taupe. You could also use a clear one if it depends on how your brow is. I have a little lighter brows, so I like to fill them in a little bit, make them a little bit more pronounced. I like to do a little bit to warm up my cheeks a little bit. I don't like going too crazy with contour, especially if it's just getting ready for the morning and just something simple. So I've been using this for a while now, but it just works for me. The Hula Light by Benefit. I picked that up on a brush on a tilt slanted brush, fluffy brush, and I just apply it. You want it to go higher up so that you would lift your face up. If you lift up your face, it will give you a younger appearance. Gently, and this is a very light color. I don't like going too crazy, but it just depends on the day. And then I like to go a little bit on the forehead and the temples of my head. And then I like to go on chin. And it depends on how your face shape is as well, on where you apply it, on the points. Like if you want to shorten your make your forehead look shorter, if you want your cheeks to look up or more fuller. It just depends on how you apply and the shape that you apply your bronzer or contour. And I like to do a little bit on the nose. I also just like a lot of people use like small brushes, but I just like using the same old brush because it's like light enough so that you're not gonna really notice and it's not gonna look way too muddy. Now we're gonna go in with blush, and again, you don't have to go in with this step as well. If you want to add like more color to your face, you can. This is also another product that I've been using for a while. It's like breaking right now. This is the Tarte blush in Seduce. So I'm going to open that up. And I like to tap it, and I'm going to tap it in with a soft blush brush. This is the Morphe M427. And then I just like to lightly place it on the tops of my cheeks. Now, if you wanted to, you could end here and just apply some mascara. Or if you wanted to, you could apply some liner. I like the ink liner, Kat Von D. It just like, it goes on black, it goes on smooth. It has a felt tip that is very sharp, but personally I've been liking to do a very soft liner. So what I do is I like to pick up on an angled brush a lighter brown color. So this is the Soft Glam 2 palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm gonna pick up this color Incense. And I'm just gonna pick that up on a little tiny brush. And I like to gently apply a little wing. I like to go along with the eye shape, so you can see that if you continued this line, it would go into upward. But you can also change that depending on if you wanted your eyes to look more wider. You could go with a lowered liner, or if you wanted your eyes to be more lifted, you can go for higher. It just depends. All right. And to make it more like smoothed out so it's not like so harsh, I like to grab a little fluffy brush. I'm going to use this tiny one, also by Morphe, the M321. And I'm just going to soften it up. There's also another color in here called Tempera in this palette. And I'm going to pick it up on the same brush. I'm just going to dust it off a little bit and tap off the excess just to brighten up my eye a little bit more. And then I'm going to apply some mascara. As you can tell, I like Fenty a lot. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty mascara in the colorful frontal. I apply some on the bottom lashes. I go lightly here. All right, next I am going to go with some lip product. I also, you can continue telling, I love Fenty. So I got the Fenty Gloss in the color Fenty Glow. I like doing that. You could also go in with some lip liners if you would like, or you can go in with a lipstick. But I like to just go in with a nice, like, natural gloss that is similar to my lip shade, but like lets it stand out a little bit more. So I will go in with the gloss. I'm just gonna finish off with some setting spray. I'm using this Rose Water setting spray by Mavin Beauty. I like it a lot. It's like light. I can barely like feel it, and it doesn't have that like very heavy feel to it. This is what we've got for the look. Thank you for joining me. You can follow me here or any of my handles in Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. Now I gotta go. I'm late for class.